Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road off.
The all-new Toyota Urban Cruiser. Go find your fun.
It is going to be powered by World Sports Betting. It is times.co.za. We are nearing closer to the opening of the DStv Premiership yet again. The last team to win the DStv Premiership, other than Mamelodi Sundowns, does not exist anymore. That was Bidvest Wits in 2017. Mamelodi Sundowns have gone on to win the league 6 times in a row. And every time we talk about who do you think is going to win the league, we always have new names. But this is now the 6th time in a row. Starting to get boring a little bit. So good. Like wake up at 2 a.m. watching Banyana. Now you're up to watch Banyana. You happy with the result, or you are more disappointed?
I think I'm going to say Kalang Bulso Justice, Bulso Chuna, and Bulso and Nemaka, then supporting Jalo like iDiskiTV. So, very job in Jalang chicken food. Look, Mr. I was not really disappointed. Why I'm saying this? Because I was scared, number one. I thought we were going to get hammered by Argentina. But after, a couple of minutes, looking at how we're winning the ball in the midfield, the way we're controlling, then I was like, no, they are there for the taking, and they were there, really. They were there because we created a lot of chances compared to them. We missed chances that I thought we were supposed to, bury it early, But my worry in this, Mr. K, is that, when I always say one thing I love about this game is the game ignores more questions and must come with answers, Yes, I understand that there was a blow because she's she's a leader, and when she's there you can see she can drive the ship, she can put everyone in their position and then make things happen. But no, when she was out, then I was like, okay, I knew that that lady should come in. She came in. The sad part was that you think that it was a plan, because when she came in, then she got a yellow card. Yeah. Now you're like, oh, Jehovah, what can I do now? Because if I keep him, she get a second yellow card, then I'm out, then I'll be open. So when you make a change, now you need to adjust also in terms of your formation, your system, to say, okay, I don't have the best, okay, but what can I do? Can I play the transition? Let's not use the width. Massive. So I want to get your top 3 in the league. I'm so sorry. So yeah, basically we're just talking about how we woke up very early in the morning for Banyana. Okay, brand new season is starting in 7 days' time. On Friday next week, Mamelodi Sundowns will be playing at 7:30 next week. Those are the defending champions for 6 times in a row. I want to start with your number 3. So what do you think is going to be number 3 in the upcoming season, and why? Mr. Nkiwa, I think it's going to remain the same, like the past season, where we'll see Wits. Gavin Hunt, SuperSport. It's just that, this guy, he can make things happen with non-name players, and then you ask yourself, how possible is that? So I think Gavin will stay, number 3. No, because of when I look at how Pirates have put their team together, the preparation, pre-season Yabo, it looks good. Sundowns, they went also overseas. You could see that they went out and played with the best teams. So I look, Gavin Hunt will remain number 3.
All right. Gavin Hunt, of course, knows how to win the league. He's won it 4 times before. 3 times with SuperSport United in 2008 and 9 and 10, or 7, 8 or 9. 3 times in a row. And then in 2017, he won it with Bidvest Wits as well. That's the last team to win the league that is not named Mamelodi Sundowns in 2017. We go to your number 2. Last season, interestingly, he said SuperSport were going to lift up and pick up their form and be in the top 4. And that's exactly what happened. Of course, he missed it within the number 2, maybe, because I think there was a point where we started to expect to go to Cape Town City, and I think Royal AM, based on the previous seasons, that they were going to be in that picture of top 4, but really, they were not in the picture. Who is your number 2 and why?
Pirates, Pirates is the whole challenge for the league, actually. It's just that when you look at the experience and the quality that Sundowns they're having. That will be the disadvantage of Pirates. But you know, they've got a good team. They've got a strong team. It's not going to be easy for Sundowns, but I think Pirates, they will sit at number 2 with an experience and the quality. That's the difference between them and number 1. So Pirates will remain number 2, and then
All right. Looking at the players that they've signed, the Orlando Pirates, you are saying that they might challenge, but you're putting them at number 2. Looking at the players that they've signed, looking at their coach as well, their coaching staff, they could have lost Umanda Ncikazi to Richards Bay, but of course he has got an A license, which allows him to coach in the CAF Champions League. So maybe that was the incentive there, to have someone who can be in the bench in the CAF Champions League. Why wouldn't they win then? If you're putting them at number 2, what would stop them from winning it?
Mr. Ngiyo, when you look at the number 1, I will say number 1 will be Sundowns, because pound to pound, some players with Pirates, they can't match our players Sundowns. You know, Sundowns players, they've got quality. They play as a group, they play as a team, and with an experience of playing in Champions League and winning the league, you know, and winning the league. So they just raise the bar amongst themselves to say, look, we need to keep up in that level. And with the way their coach also preparing the team, you could see that, you know, it's going to take, you know, really hard work for other teams really to beat Sundowns, because everyone in that team, the new players are coming in, they're doing very well. You know, in the preseason, they've been, you know, scoring goals, winning against the big teams. So it tells you that how serious they are, because they want to win the Champions League. So before they can do that, they need to win at home, and that's their first priority. So pound to pound, groups by groups, and the team. That's why I'm saying, yes, they will challenge Sundowns, but they will come second.
Yeah, but why do you think that they wouldn't get to that hurdle? I remember when Mitchell was here. Yeah. You remember that there was 2 seasons back to back where Pirates finished number 2. Yeah. Last season there was no number 2 really. Yeah. There was no race because it was 16 points. Yeah. There was no race. There was no number 2. Like whoever was number 2 was just number 2. Because there has to be a number 2. But there was no number. There was no race. There was no idea. There was no even the hint that someone can get close last season. So I'm remembering that there was a season when Mitchell was there, and maybe he lost it. Cape Town City, like almost last minute, and they did it twice in a row. Orlando Pirates as well, and we struggled to find a reason why they couldn't jump over the hurdle. I'm asking you as a final question. You've already picked your number 1. Why would the number 2 struggle to be number 1 this time around, Orlando Pirates? Is it the experience of the squad? Is it the lack of coaching as a group? Because, of course, that's another important part. A technical team, like you have 4 thinkers here who can identify questions and come up with answers in real time. Why wouldn't Orlando Pirates jump that hurdle to win this time around?
You know, Mr. Nkiru, experience, it's something else that you cannot go to the shop and buy it. And those boys, the Sundowns, they've gained experience. Pirates, they've got experienced players, you know, but to keep up to the level, the high level, that they don't have that experience of keep up to the high level, because when you look at last season, it was in and out, everyone was number 2, you know. But when I look at them now, with the way they prepared that team in terms of the preseason, they look good. They look like a team that they will challenge. But now, when you go around now and say, okay, let's go to the boardroom and look at the technical team, that's where Sundowns, they've got, I think, more strength, more power. They're very smart, Sundowns. And the way they play, you know, they've got special players in each and every position. So it always going to make them have that upper hand against the rest of the team.
There you go. That's Tso Vilakazi picking his winner in the league. Of course, nothing exciting really. Just as it unfolds in the league, it hasn't been exciting in the last 6 years except for the 2020 season. It's the same winner all the time. And if you were to ask me, I would still pick the same winner as well. Like, there's nothing that has happened to tell us that there will be a different winner until it happens, until we start to see it unfold. For now, it does look like the team that has won it for the 6th time in a row might just win it for the 7th time in a row. iDiskiTV, TC Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.